It seems like forever since we did a podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, we did 2 back-to-back in June.
Right.
I remember one of them.
All right. Well, welcome back to the podcast. Say What You Will podcast. You know, it seems like forever since we did a podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, we did 2 back-to-back in June.
Right.
I remember one of them.
What? So Mark's referring to
The second one.
If you haven't heard it, go back to the Completely Unchained one where we were at a tribute band night and partaking of some beverages, and seeing an old friend, and that's funny.
Yeah.
Any
great time.
Have you?
That was fun.
I was gonna say, have you looked back and thought about it at all? Like,
Well,
the day?
I think it was a fantastic. I mean, it just worked out really well, and and I know you thanked Wally's, but I mean, it deserves mentioning again.
Yeah.
They're so accommodating.
Yeah.
To the whole.
No, they were great.
I mean, definitely we'll have to try that again.
Perfect weather.
Oh,
The weather was awesome.
yeah.
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 No,
No, that was a really
I mean,
good
we even had dinner.
We did?
Oh, that's right.
Walked down. Yeah, I just Chinese restaurant. I just hope that was chicken I ate.
we just kept guiding you, Mark, along the curb to get to the restaurant, and then we
Yeah.
went back to see the show.
That's right.
Yeah.
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 That
And
was
more drinking.
Yeah.
Godly.
That was good. And you guys made it back all right?
We did, yeah. So the I guess the travel home was a little bit better than the travel to get there.
Yeah.
Of course, we were passed out in the Uber, but it went by fast.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we couldn't get one.
What a nightmare!
Come out to the ship.
We're actually sitting where we are right now, looking at our phones, going, we're never going to get there.
Yeah. I was there waiting quite a bit.
Yeah, I know. I felt terrible. I mean, I was able to call a airport shuttle service. The guy I know, and he sent a car over, and he's like, Dennis, we're not an on demand type of,
Business,
company.
yeah.
Business.
But
It's
get
not-
here.
But he's like, we'll get you there.
Yeah,
so,
he was cool.
Yeah.
Got us out there.
Good.
And he picked us up, right?
No, that was an Uber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Guy. No, that was Gunkwit when that guy in the cart brought us and picked us up at the
That
end.
was a different. Yeah.
I left you guys, and I was like, I hope they make it home. They gotta make it home. But
I
that
would
was
have
great.
just slipped on the beach.
I was just nervous about driving. You know what I mean?
No, you
Like,
made the right choice.
Yeah.
Definitely. Any thoughts on the band anymore?
They were okay. They were good. I couldn't see the guitar player because it was a pole,
Yeah, that pole blows.
so I couldn't see him at all.
They played some deep cuts,
Yeah.
which was great.
Yeah, they played some good stuff. He was a nice guy,
Yeah.
Interviewed him.
God, that guy was in great shape.
He's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Had I known, I probably would have said, "Hey, gee, how do you what type of conditioning do you go through? I mean, this
gotta
isn't
be
just
60,
like
right?
learn the
Yeah.
lyrics."
I think so.
I mean, you got up close to him when we were interviewing him. I was like, wow, this guy's no young dude.
No.
No, but he was in great shape. I
Yeah.
mean, he was real. I mean, so that he works out, or he's making a commitment for that.
So I
band.
noticed that Michael Anthony, I don't know his name, they all had earlier in the day, because I was there early waiting for you guys. I saw they had Planet Fitness like bags, so they probably all work out. you know.
Right.
At this age, they gotta go and.
And now, is he wearing a wig?
Oh yeah.
That's
Who?
a wig.
Oh.
The singer.
Oh yeah.
I know the guitar player was
Well,
wearing
the
a
singer, we interviewed him, and he didn't have a.
wig. Well, I didn't know if he had it up in a hat. He had some
No,
kind
yeah,
of
but
hat
it was
on.
a really tight beanie.
Yeah.
And here's something funny. So his big thing, and I think he said it to us, was, he's there to put on the show to look like Dave and, be like Van Halen. So recently I saw a video, and they were talking about the drummer was doing a solo, and I just chimed in. I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen Al look like that or play like that. Like,
No, that
he's the one that doesn't fit.
doesn't fit.
What the singers talk. What Gene's talking about.
No.
All right.
So-
And I mentioned that to you guys. I go, this guy is not going to fit in.
Yeah, you knew him.
He was in Vince Neil's band.
Yeah.
He was his drummer, and he's really like
You talk about Cheney?
Cheney.
Yeah, he was in Slaughter, right?
He was in Slaughter. He was
And
with
then Vince Neil, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
But he's like more of a. It seems like you guys are the musicians, but he just seems more like an entertainer than.
yeah, he's like throwing sticks around and hopping off the chair and spinning around, and it's like I'd rather see a guy look like Alex Van Halen if I go see a Van Halen
Right.
tribute.
Yeah.
Just like you said, Derek, he didn't fit with the
No.
band.
Right. Yeah. So, but anyways, it was good. We'll try to get to figure out to do that again for another tribute that
Yeah.
we like and that we
Oh yeah, I think
Review.
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, again, welcome back. Do you want to any news items?
Yeah, I got a couple things, Derek.
Okay.
I'll throw out there. Judas Priest. A couple things with Priest. One, they're working on a new studio album, which I thought was pretty cool. It's been a few
I was
years.
going to say, how long has it been?
I
Quite a
think
while?
4 years, I think.
Yep.
But their last couple releases were pretty solid, actually. And they are actually just recently news Ozzy's out of that. Was it
Power Trip.
Power Trip lineup, which I guess a lot of people were expecting that was going to happen due to his health, and Priest is in.
Yeah.
So big shoes to fill.
That's a good move though.
Is
Yeah.
Tipton still with him? Or is he just on in and out?
I think last I heard he was doing
He's
the
got,
in and out.
What's he got?
Dementia, I think.
No, not dementia. He's got what Michael
Alzheimer's?
J. Fox has.
Parkinson's.
Really?
Parkinson's.
Oh, he does?
So I don't know how a guy can play guitar at this point, but
Yeah.
and they got Faulkner, right?
Yeah.
Faulkner.
Right.
But who's playing when Tipton's not playing? I mean, is there another? I don't know who's in that lineup anymore as far as guitar.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the guy's name. I think he was a producer, worked with Halford. I can't remember his name. And he had done some work with them. And like I said, I mean, if you check out their last two releases, Tipton, I think, wasn't on the last release, or he worked a little bit, but not, this other guitar player. And, of course, Faulkner is really playing a more lead role
He's
there.
like a full-time guy.
Yeah, it's good material. It's good stuff. I got it somewhere on my phone here, but yeah, definitely worth checking out. But yeah, so
Nice.
that was
Yep.
Judas Priest back on the big stage.
I wonder if that thing's going to go through. There's
know-
been talk of it
Yeah,
not even
Well,
coming to fruition.
yeah, and like ticket sales.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I have friends that are actually bought tickets and are flying out there. I mean, when it's all said and done, hotel, plane flight. I mean, you're looking at anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I'm out.
I'm out.
I went to a free concert last night.
Yeah, exactly.
Andy Sneap.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the guy. And Tipton's just limited. I guess he makes appearances.
Well, I got a little news nugget. I don't know if you guys have Paramount Plus, but I guess
think I
it's
do actually.
Tuesday. This documentary called "I Want to Rock" on the '80s sunset, and it's supposed to be good. It's not all about just like the debauchery of it. It's kind of where they are now. Karabi's in it, Kip Winger's in it,
Really?
and it's everything I'm hearing. It's supposed to be pretty good. So check that out on Paramount Plus. I'm always up for hearing
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
I think the singer of Vixen is on it, and She's a dental hygienist now, so they talk about how it all happened, right? He made that switch and had to go and say, all right, I'm gonna.
I thought they were
Clean
still
teeth.
around though.
She may tour,
Yeah, I thought they were still
summer
touring.
tour type of things, but
Wow.
yeah.
Cool.
What
Yeah.
else?
Well, the Aerosmith final tour, right? That starts in September, I believe.
Did we talk about that?
I
Joey
can't
Kramer's
remember.
out.
Joey Kramer's out.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I
but-
looked at tickets and they were astronomical.
Right, that was my point.
And
was
I
gonna-
said, I'm gonna use Game Time app. It's the only thing is it's New Year's Eve,
Oh.
but I probably won't have plans.
Don't they always play like New Year's Eve back in the day?
I used to see him back in the day at New Year's Eve in
At
the
the
old
Garden.
in the old garden.
Yeah,
they-
the old Boston guy.
Yeah, yeah. Way too much money.
Really? Like how much, Derek?
$2,000.
Oh,
Yeah, there was like tickets for $1,500 in the seats. All right,
6.
we're having a lot
That's
of
like
rain.
the third
here.
one I got today.
Why don't you
Yeah.
shut that off? Unless you want to get
No,
out.
I turned the phone on.
What was I saying?
You're talking about the price of
Yeah,
the
the pricing.
tickets.
I mean, it was, I went in in mindset of $200.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll go. There's my limit. So I may do like if I'm not doing anything New Year's, I may do the Game Time app and see if I get something
Right.
around $200.
What are they
Right.
charging these
It's just
prices
nuts.
for? I mean, come on.
It's a good bill. It's Black Crowes opening,
Yeah.
so that
yeah.
will be good. But it's just too much. Yeah.
and they're never going to be any better than when you saw them in their heyday for $50.
Right.
So you just feel like you're getting gypped.
Right.
I hear you.
Wow.
So I went to the Tom Kiefer band,
Yeah, how was that?
Winger, and Karabi.
Yeah.
Karabi,
He was just acoustic, right?
just acoustic and a microphone, and I could have watched him
all night.
all night.
Yeah, he's
he
got
could have
that
just
great
kept
voice.
playing. He could have just played all night long. He was awesome.
What was
Yeah.
he playing?
So good. Everything. He's playing
Motley
a
stuff?
couple covers. He does. He did Hooligans. He does a cool version of Hooligans
Yeah.
Holiday. You can hear it. He did an acoustic album, and it's on Spotify. He does a different version of it, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Then did some Scream.
Oh, really?
Yep. Man on the Moon, and I forget what else.
What about
He may have done Union too. But I'm
the
not-
other band? What's the other band he's in?
Dead Daisies.
Dead Daisies.
Dead Daisies.
I don't think so. He talked about him. He was funny in between songs too, rapping with the crowd.
Yeah.
And it was a good. It wasn't sold out, but it was a good crowd. Probably like remember when we went to the Struts, Mark?
Yeah.
That type of sellout.
Yeah.
How long was
So-
he on for?
Not long, like half hour.
Wow.
It's quick. Not even, maybe 20 minutes.
So it was
Yeah.
him, Kiefer, and who? Was there another band?
Winger. So Winger was
Oh,
on
Winger.
next.
Full
And-
Winger band, right?
Full Winger band. And I was like, I was never a huge Winger fan. I, liked some of the grooves and whatever. They freaking killed it.
Oh, yeah.
They were really good.
Yeah.
Like live and good. Like just,
Mm.
I mean, I was
He's
totally,
talented. Kip
totally
Winger.
impressed.
Yeah, he does some
He does like
soundtracks
classical
or something.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's very.
music. Yeah, he's talented. All of those guys are talented.
Now,
Rob
that's an
Morgenstein
ori-
on drums.
That's
Original
an
lineup.
Beach.
That's right.
Yep.
Huh?
Original lineup.
Yeah, Paul Taylor's back.
Yeah.
So Paul Taylor, Beach,
Winger.
And
Winger,
they,
and Morgenstein.
and wait a second. And they added a guitar player. There's some hired guy.
Wow.
But he's there just to fill in the.
Well, why do they need to have to get Paul Taylor back? He was rhythm.
Yeah, but he does keys too.
Oh,
So they use
so he
him
plays.
to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
It,
Wow.
I mean, it sounded phenomenal.
Yeah.
Sounded phenomenal.
Yeah,
I
I've
was,
seen them live. They're great.
I was very
I've
impressed.
seen them, back in the day,
Yeah.
and they were. Well, didn't we go to that together at St. A's?
Not Winger. I don't remember.
I saw Winger there. They opened for Bad Company,
Oh.
like
Whoa.
right when that album came out. They only
Jeez.
got like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're a good band.
Then Kiefer was up, and took forever for him to get on after Winger. But it was good. He did we see Cinderella together there at the casino before.
We saw her at the casino, and his voice was shot.
Well, I feel like we saw them there. And I remember he came out doing night songs, and it was really good. Well,
Not at Wally's.
no.
At the casino.
Casino.
Was this at the casino or
Yeah.
Wally's? Oh, I
Yeah.
thought
Casino.
Wally's.
Oh, no.
Oh.
So he came out. You can tell, like, that singing style doesn't age well.
No.
So
No.
I'll be honest, I lasted maybe 6 songs, and I'm like, all right, I got it.
Plus, he's not a young dude either.
No. I mean, the band was good, tight, everything like that. It's just that voice wasn't lasting
Oh,
well. And
He can,
it's got- it's
he can
that-
play guitar, though, too.
Yeah.
Like, even
Yeah.
when he was talking in between songs, or like
Rasp.
trying to get the crowd. No, it was like, it was cracking. Like, it was really
Yeah.
weird. So,
You can't sing for 40 years with that.
no, that's
you
a
know.
that's a
That's
different
like Brian
style of
Johnson,
singing.
It's
Yeah.
just like
When I saw him a couple years ago at Tupelo with L.A. Guns, and it was Faster Pussycat, L.A. Guns, and then him. And what I was most impressed about was his guitar playing.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize he
Plays
was
all the
that
solos.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
even
mean,
in
he's-
Cinderella, he played the solos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
I love his.
I mean,
love
LeBar
the
played a few, but he played most.
bluesy rock. Love the feel.
Yeah.
Love all that.
Yeah, the first 2 albums are great.
Yeah, yeah,
Blues, heavy rock blues.
yep.
Right.
Then they got a little too bluesy. On,
Yes, still climbing. That
no,
album.
the other one there's something station
Oh,
or
Heartbreak Station.
Heartbreak
It
Station.
was just
yeah,
getting like they lost the edge. The crunch of the guitars were gone. They're getting like really blues.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's probably an indication of what he does now in the Kiefer Band. Like
Yeah.
the
Right.
album,
you can tell
the
that's
songs
the
he writes
direction
now.
he wanted
Yeah.
to go.
Right.
Yeah. So, you got anything else, Dennis?
Well, no, just some. Well, ZZ Top's in the studio. They're going to release a new album. I thought that was interesting.
That'll be the first album with the new guy, right?
Yeah.
Dusty.
Oh, Dusty Hill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the guitar tech. Dusty's guitar tech is the guy. Apparently, he's got his own style, and he's. I seen a couple live videos, and yeah, he's a pretty unique dude.
He was playing like a 40-string bass or something.
Yeah,
You seen that
yeah.
video?
Yeah.
He's got the big beard though too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of, I guess Dusty wanted him to keep going, or him to take the spot. So he named his successor. So
Oh, that's great.
He kind of fit right in.
yeah,
I got 2 more things real quick. So Piercy was on Eddie Trunk, I think a week and a half ago or something.
Talk about a voice that's going down like tubes.
Yeah, and I'm kind of getting sick of him being like he was the greatest thing in the 80s. And,
he
it's like,
thinks that
he was
like
even-
that band Rat was like Led Zeppelin back in the day.
And by the way, I think like their songs way better than Motley, way better than
they had a
Poison,
lot better
way-
songs.
Yeah,
they
way
didn't have
better
the
songwriting.
Notorious Behavior.
Right.
Yeah,
So he was on there, and I was kind of getting sick of all that. But he was supposed to bring by to Eddie the box set that you brought up, Dennis, on the last podcast. So he didn't bring it. He forgot. Blah blah blah. 2 days later, Eddie Trunk was on, and he goes, "I got the box set. If you guys already own these albums, I wouldn't waste your money buying this box set."
Good, because I was going to
And I'm
say,
like,
no way.
Yeah, I was shocked that he did that.
yeah, because I was going to
Because
say
they're like buddies.
he's friends.
Yeah.
So he'd want to.
Trunk said that.
Trunk said
know,
it.
push it.
When I'm hearing him say it, I'm going, "Oh my God, Piercy is getting irate right now."
We talked about that.
Because there's nothing in
Didn't
it.
we?
There's
On a couple podcasts
Matter of
ago.
fact, you don't even get all the, like when you buy out of the cellar, all the stuff inside, the
Right.
liner notes and everything. You don't get that with the box set. You just get a CD.
Yeah, there's nothing.
There's nothing.
Cash grab.
Oh my
Total
God. And it went to
cash
how much
grab.
did you say it was?
$220. I mean, that's that. Yo, Aerosmith's doing the same thing with the Greatest Hits album.
Oh.
They're releasing the Greatest Hits,
Yeah.
like 50 years or something. And that's like
But
40
Rat's not
bucks.
Aerosmith.
No,
No.
but still, how many greatest
still-
hits have you seen for Aerosmith?
Let's. Ugh.
Why do you even need
Well,
the greatest hits?
their bootleg is the best album.
Oh yeah, live. Well,
Live
you know
album.
what's interesting, Derek? Sorry,
No.
just to add to what I did catch a little bit of that Trunk interview, and it was interesting when Trunk was going. It'd be nice if you got and I'm paraphrasing this, obviously, the original band back together, obviously minus Crosby. And they he's like, how's it going with Warren? It's just weird when he talks about his relationship.
Yeah.
Like right now, it sounds like he's on good terms with Blotter.
Yeah, they were on-
And that's it.
But they hated each other before,
Yeah.
right? They were suing each other.
Right.
And then I guess the guy that he had a relationship with, Crucier, right?
Yep.
Ron,
That's-
he toured with him.
Yep.
All of a sudden, it sounds like he's not
They're on the
on
out.
good terms with him. And then he made a comment about, like, Trunk brought up Cavasso. And I don't know if you heard that. And it was almost kind of like he was, like, pushing him off. Like, he's got
not
a
a
problem
member.
with him.
Yeah. Hearing that attitude, like I said, I was getting sick of it, but he's got to be a handful to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but Karabi said on Trunk, here's something about Rat. He was talking about when he toured with Rat.
Yeah.
And remember we went and saw him at that club? And when
Yeah.
Karabi wanted us to go up to
Chantilly's.
Sunapee. He's
Yeah,
like,
he wanted us to drive him to
wanted to
Steven
go-
Tyler's
he
house.
goes, let's go to Tyler's house. We're all
Like,
drunk.
he
I'm
lives
like,
an hour and a half from
we
it, dude.
we won't make it.
It was like
we'll
1 in
die.
the morning.
Yeah.
Now that I think back to it, we probably should have. When are you ever going to have
We
that
wouldn't
opportunity?
have made. We were all hammered.
drinking.
Everyone.
Yeah.
No Uber back then.
No,
Nope.
we wouldn't have made it. But so he's talking about when he played with Rat, and he's talking about the dysfunction. And he goes, "Yeah, would be show up at sound check, and Bobby and Warren were arguing about the tempo or whatever. So he and Robbie Crane are like, hey, let's go get a sandwich. And Karabi and Robbie would go get a sandwich. They'd come back, they'd still be arguing about the same song and tempos. Like
Yeah.
he goes, they just so dysfunctional.
Yeah.
Oh, so funny.
I mean, Tyler's a prima.
Piercy.
Piercy's a prima
yeah.
donna. I mean, you could just tell in his interviews, a guy that's in love with himself.
Yeah.
To this day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, and I think that wears on guys like Crucier, who's
Yeah, but
the opposite of that.
Yeah, we're-
Even DiMartini isn't like that.
No, but
quiet guy.
we're dumping on Piercy, but just to add a little bit more to this, if you notice Piercy, like I got his Twitter handle or whatever. I got on, but he sells sneakers and shoes. Like if you go to his website, he's selling coffee, he's selling sneakers, shoes.
Well, we talked
he's,
about that, right?
Merchandising. Yeah, but
All these
Piercy
guys-
is over the top. Like
Yeah. Well, that was my question. Don't you have to have a certain level of success and popularity in the business to start selling sneakers? Like, of course, Metallica can do it, right? And everyone's going to buy Metallica.
Yeah.
Piercy. Who's buying Piercy sneakers? You know what I mean? It's like, come on. Has he ever really gotten to that point where he can sell signature clothing or anything?
Yeah. No,
He never got that.
I think he just throws it out there and sees what's going to stick.
Right.
Like this box set. He says on the interview, he's like, yeah, and they tell me it's selling really good. And I'm like, it's not
That's a
selling.
bunch of
And
bullshit.
then he trunk the next day. This thing is bad.
He didn't bring it up?
What?
Piercy didn't bring up his comment?
Well, Piercy was on before.
Oh, before.
Piercy showed up, didn't have the box set. Next day, got it to him. And Eddie
okay,
opened
so
it
he
up
wasn't-
and was like,
I
"There's-"
thought he had said it. Before
he goes, there's
was
nothing in
coming
here. He goes, there's nothing. If you have the albums, I don't see why you would buy this.
You're
Like,
good.
I was like,
You know
oh
what
my
you could
God.
do? You could take all your Rat CDs and put them in a box and say,
sell
I got
'em.
the box set,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I'll,
Yeah.
I'll
What's the
videotape.
difference?
I'll videotape me making the box set. So
Yeah.
for authenticity, I'll be putting them in the box.
Grab a box,
Cash
Maybe
Maybe I'll
grab.
throw a Band-Aid in there.
and then take a magic marker and write Rat box set on it.
Cash grab. Awful.
and then one last thing. I went to that. I sent you guys a link to that Jim Irsay. So Jim Irsay,
Yeah.
the owner of the Colts,
Colts, yeah.
buys memorabilia, and I heard him on Trunk a week or so ago, and he's like, he bought Kurt Cobain's guitar for $4.2 million that he played in Teen Spirit. He bought David Gilmour's Blackie guitar for I don't know $4.5 million, whatever.
Wow.
And I didn't realize this, but when I was there, and it's like a museum you can walk around in the TD Garden. So you're walking around, you're looking at everything he's got, and he's got not just
It's like
music.
an art show kind of.
Yeah, but it's got like serious security and everything.
Yeah.
It's not, and he also has like stuff from Muhammad Ali. He's got the Wilson ball from the movie.
So he just likes collecting.
He collects stuff,
all types, not just music.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the guitar one was huge. It was probably 24 guitars there, maybe. The line, though, to get into that section of the museum to see it, wrapped around the building. I'm like, I'm not waiting for this. So I was kind of peeking over. He's got, Prince, one of Prince's guitars.
You got an Eddie guitar?
He bought the most recent one that was sold for the Hot Faticha video for 3 point whatever million. He's got that.
Wow.
So I took a picture of it. I can show you. But yeah, just unbelievable memorabilia. And so it's a free event, and there's a free concert.
Yeah, who played?
He's got Ernoff on
right?
drums.
Oh, I thought he was a guitar player.
Who?
The guy.
Ursay?
Ursay?
Oh, no. Yeah, no, Ursay's just a...
I thought he played guitar, though. I see a picture of him with a
Oh,
guitar.
I think he
on.
holds them because
okay.
they're
He
worth so
holds
much
them.
money. He sings, so he started
okay.
off the show.
Who's
Sing-
on drums?
Kenny Ernoff
Oh, wow.
played the whole night, phenomenal.
Wow.
Shit. I didn't
And
know they were
then
going to have that kind of...
the bass player, the house band is Kenny, the bass player of REM, and Kenny Wayne Shepherd is the guitar player.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
And so they started out. They came out and did what is that? Lawyers, Guns, and Money.
Warren Zevon.
Warren Zevon song. Did that, and then he did a Dylan song, and that's what Irsay sang. Then he went off. Then they did 2 REM songs, 3 Kenny Wayne Shepherd tunes. Well, he did 1 Kenny Wayne, then he did 2 blues tunes that were awesome. Then who came out next? I don't remember exactly, but Vince Gill was there. He came out and did a bunch of stuff.
They can have stars like that.
Then the singer of REO Speedwagon came out, freaking played
Kevin
5
Cronin.
hits.
Kevin Cronin,
Yep.
yeah.
Unbelievable.
How many? A
Sounded
lot of
great.
people there?
Oh yeah, band was tight as hell.
So you can walk around, look at the memorabilia, but when the show starts, you have to go sit in like a assigned seating or anything?
No, it was all
You just
free. So you
stand there.
pick a seat. I'll show you the pictures of where I was sitting. I was right on the stage, the side of the stage. It was unbelievable.
Wow.
Oh, and then they also had like professional athletes. So Vince Wilfork, Adam Vinatieri, Edwin James, like all these people came out when they threw footballs out into the crowd.
Oh, wow. That would have been fun.
It was an amazing night. But then at the end, Peter Wolf comes out.
Oh, man.
And he stole the show.
Yeah.
I mean, he is so freaking good.
Yeah.
And Jim Irsay is 61. He can barely walk. He's like,
Oh, really?
He doesn't drink anymore. He's a massive alcoholic. He kind of crawls out there and they plop him in a chair. So, what's his name? Peter Wolf comes out, dancing all over the place, freaking
Playing Jay Giles stuff?
Jay Giles, getting the crowd going nuts, playing all the hits.
Wow.
And I'm like, how old is he? 77.
Yeah.
yeah. He's
Freaking
old, huh? I
still
didn't
got
know he
it
was
though.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have played the whole night.
Well, look at Tyler. He's not that much
I don't
younger,
know if he
right?
still got it though, singing and all that stuff.
Wow.
Maybe.
Peter
Hagar.
Wolf.
What's that? Yeah,
Hagar's 75.
yeah.
So was it packed? I mean,
So how they did it was you had to pick a free ticket either out in the seats or on the floor. And if you went onto the floor, you had to stay on the floor. And it was, well, I guess you could leave to go to the bathroom, whatever. I guess you could go on up and sit, but on the floor is standing only. So that was probably half full, but the whole first bowl was full. So it was a good
Yeah, so
crowd.
it wasn't sold up around.
No.
I mean, that's a big
But
arena.
free, like a free night. He must
Wow.
have spent. The
didn't
guy,
even
well,
know
the guy's
about it.
worth
Yeah.
billions anyway.
yeah.
How did you even know about it?
Eddie Trump.
Oh, Trunk. So it's like a tour.
Yep, he was
Oh,
in
yeah.
Vegas.
Oh.
He went to Nashville. Like in Vegas, he had what's his name from ZZ Top? Billy Gibbons came out, played some tunes. I think he's got Ann Wilson coming out, singing some heart tunes coming up. He's going to Farm Aid, and it's going to end in Indy. And
They
then he
still do
talked.
Farm Aid? Is that still going on?
Oh yeah.
They don't televise it anymore. Right? I haven't seen
Willie
those.
Nelson.
but it's a big,
Jeez.
big concert. So, anyways, it was really cool for free. You know,
So long night, as you mentioned, right? So
started at 6.
So you pulled in around 6, and then
We pulled in around 6. There was a line outside. It was a slow entry in.
Pouring rain too.
No, beautiful night in Boston.
What?
Unbelievable night last night in Boston.
It's raining sheets
No,
here.
beautiful night. We were walking around. I was like, feels like Florida.
Yeah,
Like it was
right
so
Yeah.
hot. It was 80 degrees in the city.
wow.
We left there at 11, just before 11, and it was 80 degrees. So
Huh. Wow.
So you guys been watching any of the Metallica stuff that pops up like on Facebook? Talk about no mystique at all to the. They come out with all the house lights up in the middle of the day and just stand there in front of the crowd. Hey, how you doing? You know, reckon Hetfield's smoking a cigar, taking his shirt off, putting on another shirt.
Oh, yeah,
There's like
yeah.
no mystique to anything anymore. They're all just walking around. Lars is just walking around, handing sticks out. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
weird.
they're in the backyard or something.
yeah, you get a backyard party or something.
yeah. No, it's.
I don't like that.
I have no desire to see it.
Yeah.
I don't.
No.
But
That stage is weird. Just like a donut.
I don't. I brought it up in the last podcast or the other one. Like I don't like it. Just that round circle with.
And
people
Lars
in
is
the
just
middle.
like on that stage, like
Like-
level with the rest of the band. They're just standing around like they're in a band room or something. It's just
It's
like,
Yeah.
very bizarre.
yeah.
But oh well, they're selling out. People love it.
Yeah.
All right. So nothing else. I guess we'll get into it.
Let's do it.
So what album do you want to start with?
I don't know. Why don't we start out with Joan Jett,
In the Blackhearts?
Okay.
I guess. I don't know.
What's the name of this album?
Album. Whose bright idea was that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I'll start. I mean, I've always liked her.
Yeah.
You know, she's got that punk attitude, and
Yeah. You know she's
Little
from
legend.
England?
no.
Yeah. She's born in England. I think she came over when she was like young. But she,
Well, she was in the Runaways.
yeah, but I mean, she came over like when she was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
But she's born in England, I think.
Huh.
Yeah, I always thought this was her third release. And, you know, it's just one of those acquired tastes as far as vocals. You know what I mean? And we've talked about this before when you talk about Lemmy or you talk about, yeah, I guess you could say, even say Kiefer or, you know, it's just that her voice. You gotta really dig that. You know what I mean?
Oh, I take that back. She was born in Pennsylvania. Lita Ford is from England.
Huh.
England.
Another one I thought was American, but
But it just seems like that the music is as you point out, Derek, the punk element to it, but also like that 1950s rockabilly type of quick. You know, that's what
Yeah.
it came,
like she should be playing in Al's on Happy Days in the diner.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I mean, there's,
Fonzie.
I mean, I've never seen a person leverage like one of the comments I made that like that attitude and image. Like she did such a great job. You know, she always and still to this day controls her visibility very well. Right. You know, she's not like does a lot of. That's why when she toured on that stadium tour with Motley Crue and Def Leppard, it was just that was amazing. It was like, why are you? Do you know who you're going on tour with? You know, it just didn't fit. I thought. You know what I mean?
I didn't think either. But you got to agree, she opened the doors for a lot of rock female singers.
100%.
Bands going forward with like Vixen and
Well, the whole Runaways did.
everything.
Yeah.
You know, Lita Ford was in that, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And Lita Ford's cut from the same cloth. I mean, she's the same kind of. She's the real deal.
Yeah.
I mean, the real deal. You know what I mean?
And I mean, I thought she rocked more than freaking Motley on that tour.
Oh,
be
oh
honest.
yeah. No, she did a great. Yeah, I thought. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we walked in on one of like our opening song, and I was like, oh my god, this is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was rocking it. Did you ever watch her documentary?
No.
No.
Check it out. It's called Bad Reputation. It's really good. But she's funny. She's like just a gnarly chick.
Yeah.
She's just like that. I know she's from, what did it say, Pennsylvania, but she's got that New York, New Jersey kind of street attitude.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Cool. Let's see. I was reading that there's a song on here, or maybe is it on here, or is it did we review it? I don't think we did. It was a hidden track called Star Star. It was.
That's a cover.
It's a cover.
Stone's
But it was
cover.
right. But it was a hit. It was considered a hidden track when you bought the album or cassette. It wasn't listed on there.
No.
So I was thinking of that. I was like, bands can't do that anymore because every song gets digitized and a label on it.
Right.
So in Spotify, you see all the names.
Yeah.
There's nothing hidden anymore.
No.
Right.
Unless they just kept going and blended. She's been putting out an album like pretty much every year since this time.
Right.
She had a little window of 95 to 04, but then after that, she's been still putting out albums.
Yeah.
Do I have any? No.
Me neither.
Right.
But
Me neither.
she is a rock artist that came out in July of '83, so we have to review it.
Right.
So she had been around. I did a little background checking here since 1975.
She was 16 in the Runaways.
Yeah.
Wow,
So I mean, I don't know
really?
how old
Young.
she is now. She's got to be in her
62, I think.
62.
61
Wow.
or 62.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know when the band got signed if she was 16 or if
Did-
that's just when the Runaways.
It may talk about that in the
Good.
documentary. I don't remember, but
Yeah.
I mean, the big thing with her, I remember, was just she did a lot of cover songs.
yeah.
You know, she was
Yeah.
known for doing cover songs. But, this particular release, just a little bit of back, it number 20 U.S. Billboard, right? So it got up to 20 gold. So there was some success in that regard. But when you look at the producer, Richie Cordell, early 60s, worked with the Ramones. And then the other co-producer, Ken Languna,
yeah.
was actually in Tommy James and the Chandels.
Chandels. Well, that's why you're getting
Chandels.
that style.
Yeah.
That's 50s,
Yeah,
what you were talking about.
Yeah.
It must be coming from his influence.
right. So, I think that paved the way to what this was going to turn into, right?
Yeah.
Yep. She's on tour right now with Bryan Adams.
Oh, really?
Talk about back-to-back summer tours for her.
Yeah,
She's going to be killing it.
Yeah.
right.
I mean, that's awesome. All right. Anything else on Mrs. Jett?
I think that's
No.
All right. First song, Fake Friends. Dennis.
catchy pop song. This was one of the singles. I think the first single. Joan Jett and then the Laguna, the producer, wrote this, so you kind of get an idea where this is going. Just a simple arrangement, I don't know.
I disagree. I said this song sucks. There's really nothing I like about it. There was nothing in that song. It was just...
Yeah, I'm not saying I like the song. I'm just saying it was a catchy pop song
Yeah,
for
I
the
don't know.
time.
It
You know what I
just
mean?
didn't- I don't know. What do you think?
You-
Derek? Anything in there? Substance?
You don't lose when you lose fake friends, Mark.
That is true.
I wrote OK Tune. It's on her set list on the stadium tour.
Right.
And I bet it's on her set list now.
On purpose?
I think it was one of the hits off this album that she, still keeps in
Friends?
there.
I've never heard the song before.
Really?
Never.
Huh.
Only
Yo-
song I know from her is "Put Another Dime in the Jukebox, Baby."
Oh, how about I
Yeah.
love rock and roll?
That's the only one I know
Yeah.
from her. Oh, a couple of covers she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. You look at these songs; they're all 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Some are less.
punk.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't actually, we're not pointing out guitar solos on this album.
No.
No.
They're just
No.
songs. Handyman.
I was like, what drum sound? Is that like?
Tin can.
Yeah. You could hardly hear it. I just
Is it-
didn't think the song really went anywhere. It's like, and I guess that's her style. It's just like,
No hook.
yeah.
Where's the hook? They hook you in. There's nothing I just got another shitty track, and her voice didn't even sound good on it. It's
Yeah.
like the vocals aren't even good.
Go back and listen. When the riff started, it sounds like Sammy Hagar, "I'll Fall in Love Again."
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Just
thought-
for a quick second.
Quick second. Yep.
Hmm.
I wrote verse is okay, but I said the chorus is heavy. Trying to grit it up, but yeah. I think it's kind of funny that she's needing her handyman to come by. You know what the handyman is,
We know what
Dennis?
Yep. Yep.
Kenny Laguna.
Yeah.
All right. Third song, Everyday People.
Sly and the Family Stone.
That's right.
It's
Cover.
another.
That's
Here's
what I
the.
said. Finally, a decent track, but hold on, it's a cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a single, I believe. Also, it's all right. I just thought I just dragged on. I know it's
I
only
mean, it's certainly
2
not
minutes,
as good
but
as the original.
no.
She rocked it up and put it in her taste, but yeah. All right, moving along. 100 Feet Away.
So she didn't even write this one. Oh yeah, she did. Jett, Laguna, and then Peter Anders, whoever that is. I like the guitar sound a little bit on this.
That
The
harmonic.
dual vocals, like
Yeah.
they were, she was singing with somebody, nah,
I
simple.
got a, okay song, but forgettable. But I did like that harmonic picking through the song.
Right.
It almost reminded me of little guitars. You know how
Yep.
that kind of picking
Yeah.
Eddie did.
Yep.
2 minutes, 33
Yeah, quick
seconds.
song. Nah, okay.
I don't know why I wrote this. I'd have to listen to the song again, but I feel like these could be Sammy Hagar songs. Like they just seemed like if Sammy could put a melody over this and it would be a Sammy song.
Right.
And that may be a little bit of her. So Sammy has said he can only sing to tunes. When he's playing guitar, he can only sing to tunes he can't be playing guitar while he's singing. So he holds a chord.
Oh, really?
And so I think some of these have that same feel. Yeah,
Right.
It's pretty funny. He talks about that. He can't be doing any type of riff while he's singing. All right. Next song, Secret Love.
I had a real hard time with this song.
Yeah.
Just,
Seemed like the times, though.
yeah,
You know?
Boring
yeah,
song.
true.
No hook again.
Yeah.
And I'm just not a big fan of this rockabilly punk combination. It's just, I don't know. I'm not
Right.
into it.
Right.
I'm not saying it's bad. I guess some people
Yeah.
like that, but doesn't do anything for me.
All right. Next one, the French song.
Yeah, decent guitar sound. I thought she changes her vocal delivery a little bit here. So it's kind of like a little bit different from the, what she was doing before. So, not great, but
I wrote a good little groove. I wasn't into her whispering on the vocal part.
all right.
But I mean, it's the structure of the song isn't that bad, and this chorus could be a faster Pussycat song. It was pretty much like a straight ahead rock.
Right.
It's like some of these riffs too. You hear Pussycat type stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they had a little bit of punk
Yeah.
influence.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I got this album's starting to play out like a greatest hitless album. It's a collection of
Hitless.
crappy, forgettable B-side filler tracks.
Right.
Yeah.
All of them. They're all that's like fillers. There was a hit on this album?
Fake Friends.
Yeah.
Really? That was a hit.
I can't believe you never heard
I'd
it.
never heard that song.
All right, tossing and turning.
Ooh, this was a
I
bad
got, wow,
one.
she sucks.
Yeah.
I wrote meh.
When was this style of music ever popular?
Well, it's a
Cover.
cover.
Yep.
That's a cover?
Yep.
Yep. Bobby Lewis.
Oh,
I don't even
You know
who
Bobby
that-
Lewis.
I don't know if I know the original, do you? I don't know. There must be a 50s track,
Probably.
probably, right?
Bob
What year
Mead.
did that come out?
Our crack staff over here is looking it up. Real
Yeah,
quick.
Yeah.
1961.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow.
She's just totally influenced by that
Yep.
that era.
Yeah. All right. We didn't care for that. Next one. Why can't we be happy?
I got. How did this woman ever get a record deal?
She had 2 huge records before this.
That's right. Yeah, this is a slow, bad song.
It's albums.
You know, was the Runaways? I mean, I didn't really listen to them, but were they
I
kind of
never-
like this?
Yeah, they were. They
Same
were
thing.
Punky. Yep.
Punky. Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of weird because Lita Ford kind of
Oh,
left
she
it
went
with
in the
metal.
other way. Yeah.
Hard rock. I don't
maybe
know.
better songwriting though, right? I don't
Lita.
know.
I don't
yeah,
know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and more of a guitar player.
Yeah.
Joan
Yep.
Jett.
Yeah. What song are we on? Oh, I wrote "Not for Me." Musically, the song isn't any different.
In the last 10.
Yeah, it just has a punk vocal over it. Oh, I was just it's yeah, I didn't like it. I love "Play with Fire."
Yeah. So a Runaways re-recording.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, she wrote this. So I thought, frankly, I mean, it's not saying much, but as far as I'm concerned, I thought this was like one of the better songs on the album. But
That's-
I'm not saying that it's a great song.
I wrote the same thing. It's a good
Yeah.
riff, maybe my favorite tune on the album so far.
Yeah.
Well, there's only 2 more songs, so we'll see.
Right.
Well, that's what I got. Okay song compared to the rest of the songs we've been subjected to, but still pretty crappy song. And this guitar solo is horrific.
Yeah.
I don't even remember it.
Ugh.
Mark, I'm sorry we put you through this.
Oh my God! No, I got to be honest here. I mean,
No, no.
these are signed
No,
artists
but you
on
said-
major labels.
Yeah.
Yep.
Releasing
No, just the way
this
you
stuff.
worded it was funny.
Yeah, it's just. I don't know.
It-
If that was you, would you let this get onto an album? If that you were recording, I'd be like, I can't release this. This is just not good quality.
Yeah.
I don't know. And where's the outside ears? That's what producers are supposed to do, because you're not going to be critical of yourself, right? You're going to think everything you're doing is good. You need the outside ear to say, dude, that's not a good song. That don't fit. When obviously, this Cordell and Laguna are not monitoring the quality of these songs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this
They're
is
letting it all go.
yeah, but these guys are from the '60s and the '50s. It's not like it's Bob Rock doing this.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
You know, maybe these guys think this is good, or obviously, are they? But I mean, I think the biggest problem maybe is the producer. Why are you taking?
that's what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
Right,
The producer's the one that's got to finally let this stuff get to tape, right?
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know enough about her, like those first 2 albums, if they were just banking like, hey, we've got momentum.
Yep.
And it would be interesting to know what she did on the next album, if there was anything from that.
Well, did they change producers from the first 2 to this? Does that have anything to do with it? Maybe
Oh, I
they
don't
got
know.
new people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can look that up while we're.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one is Coney Island Whitefish. By the way, it's an Aerosmith title also.
Oh, really?
And do you know what it is? A Coney Island Whitefish?
A rubber?
Used condom on the beach.
Yeah.
No way, really?
Yeah.
I don't know how I.
Because I
just
saw
thought
the
of it.
title and I'm like, wait a second, this is an Aerosmith title too. Theirs is a little different. But theirs is Coney. I forget the,
Something Whitefish.
Yeah, and so I was like, I gotta look this up.
Huh.
So
Um, well, this is at the point of the album where I'm like, not only are the songs bad, but the guitar tone is awful. The drum sound is terrible. You know, so I guess when you don't have great songs and the quality of the mix isn't even good, it just compounds the problem.
yeah,
You know,
yep,
the drums sound like he's hitting a coffee can. There's no,
Right.
no balls, no. And that's not going to help weak songs when you don't have
right.
Right.
a
Good
good, mix,
production.
you know.
I wrote, she's pretty pissed off in this one, screaming and yelling, but I'm not sure if it's about the littering or she's just pissed off at something.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of goes along with that attitude of punk.
Yep.
But she doesn't do it a lot.
No.
But this one, she was like really getting after it. Did you find anything?
Yeah, so those two producers, Cordell and Laguna, were with her the first album, the second album,
Wow.
and right up until like the 1990s.
Okay, so there's no reason for this. I mean, I don't know how good the first two albums are. I only know a couple of songs from the radio. I mean, maybe the rest of them stink on there too. I don't know.
Right.
I never listened to her, except what I heard on the radio.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe all her albums are this quality, and
I think you're right.
she might have a hit here and there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I mean, I don't know.
All right. Did you have anything, Dennis, that we didn't cover?
Nah, we got it all there. Yeah.
Last song, probably Mark's favorite title, Had Enough.
Yeah, it's funny because I had enough of this album 10 songs ago. To me, it sounds like a bunch of 12-year-olds in their parents' garage making noise.
Yeah.
Learning how to play music.
Interesting. Yeah.
This is one of the shortest songs on
Thank
the
God.
album. Actually, the Bobby Lewis cover, 225. This one came in at 226.
Oh my God.
So
I wrote this again. Could be a Faster Pussycat song.
Yeah.
And I wrote the chorus is just like one of Faster Pussycat songs.
Yeah.
I forget what it was, but anyways, all right, we made it through that. Say what you will. Does it hold up?
Absolutely
Not.
not.
Yeah. Nope.
Terrible.
So I wrote, and I don't know if all my answers or all my feedback on the songs relate to this, but I said coming in with the mindset of it being a punk album and thinking that, I said it wasn't that bad.
Right.
It doesn't have all the hits like our previous albums had. Two of these songs made it on our set list tour for the stadium, so they are considered. It is considered popular that way. Anyways, that's all I had. So I mean, it kind of holds up for me.
Okay.
Huh?
When you come at it with a different mindset, that's all
Right.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Thanks. Good night. Well,
Mark's throwing shit at me.
So we got two no, one yes. Yep. Okay. Cool. That's.
but I
why
think
would-
we all respect her impact as far as a woman in music and rock and all that, and she's a real deal, like we said. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I
but
respect that.
But we're not looking at pictures. We're listening to music.
We're talking about song quality, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's just not there.
I mean,
Me.
I get what Derek's saying, though, to a certain extent. I mean, I'm going to say no, but I understand. To put these things into perspective, like when it came out, 1983. There are a couple songs that came off this. I don't know. I just, man, it's like you just listen to this and you go, gee, if you re-recorded it today, you know what I mean, and you added a little bit, a better producer.
But here's the thing, like I think she's punk trying to have hits
Yeah.
or trying to have melody. And so in that lane,
Well, I think
she
she
kind of
was,
crosses over and makes it work.
Yeah.
I think there's a calculated effort for what she's doing as far as the style, right? She's purposely saying, I want to combine punk with 50s rockabilly. I mean,
Right.
she's got to say, that's got to be a calculated effort,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And she took a chance, right? You got to give her credit for trying to actually create a style of music that really wasn't going on in the 80s, right?
Right.
There was nothing really sounding like that, unless it was like the Stray Cats were going completely 50s, right?
Yeah, yeah.
A little bit different. But Stray Cats had songs. I mean,
Yeah.
they could write. And
Right.
you're talking the mid-'80s. There's a lot of huge, great albums, right? I mean, she's releasing this. Why would I buy that if I can go buy Phil Collins, who's loaded with hits on it,
Yeah,
right?
or the
And so many other
Police.
Huh?
It's Synchronicity, I think, came
Yeah,
out
the
in 82.
Police are out there. There's
Yeah.
like bands
84.
that just
Yeah,
have hits
yeah,
and hits and
83.
hits and hits. I mean, I don't know how this could even survive in that environment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. All right.
Cool.
Next one. You call it.
Go ahead, Dan.
Let's do Plant.
Mr. Robert Plant. What's his background?
Yeah.
Where's
He's
he
been
come?
a solo guy.
Was he born? Where was he born?
England. I think.
Second studio album?
Second or third?
Second.
Second, yeah. Honeymooners was released right around this time, too. He had
Honey
that,
Drippers.
Honey Drippers, sorry.
Yeah.
He had that
Honeymoon Suite?
Honeymoon Suite. Oh, wow.
I saw
yeah.
them.
It's a name from the past.
I saw
Was
them
it a
at.
new girlfriend or something?
I got a new girl now. I saw
got a
them Daytona Beach with Tolan at the band shell. I think they opened up. I think it was them, MSG, and Cheap Trick.
Really?
Yeah,
They were kind of one-hit wonder, right?
yeah,
So a little background, if I may.
yeah.
Uh,
Who's this Robert Plant guy?
yeah. Number 8 U.S. Billboard. Came in at 8. UK was number 7. Obviously, it's a platinum as far as sales. Any other facts? Second solo release, we talked about that.
Phil Collins drumming
Yep,
on it.
Collins.
Well, him
was-
and another guy.
And he toured with him on
Yeah.
this album and didn't he wasn't called out. It wasn't like I got Phil Collins on the drums.
Yeah.
He was just back there drumming.
Yeah, 5 of the 8 songs.
They weren't
on it.
happy about that.
Who?
Were you talking about Led Zeppelin when he played not live?
No,
Aid,
no.
Live Aid.
On this tour, Phil
Oh.
Collins played.
Oh, he actually toured with him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I know when he stepped in when they did Live Aid and they
Yeah.
did Rock and Roll and Stairway to Heaven, he didn't learn the songs,
Yeah.
and Page was pissed
Oh, was he?
because he thought he came prepared, and he was like, they had another drummer, Tony Thompson, I think.
Oh, yeah.
who was
yeah.
kind of like,
I saw him. Power Station.
yeah, he was
right.
actually
He was
playing
awesome.
most of it, and I thought Collins was like messing up stuff, and it's like, dude, if you're not prepared, you can't go out there with Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, right.
Hack, you know.
Got to do your homework. when
Yeah.
You're going out with it. So let's say that we kind of slotted this album in at the last minute. We were reviewing Chicago. No, what were we reviewing?
Survivor.
Survivor, which was painful.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, I listened to some of it. Yeah.
So we ended up bumping this and putting. I didn't realize this came out in '83. Well, the reason I wouldn't realize it didn't come out in '83 as a rock album because the genre is listed as power pop, synth pop.
Oh, there isn't much rock about it. You know,
Right.
this isn't like, reminiscent of Led Zeppelin.
No.
At all.
But it didn't fall on my radar as a rock
Right.
album released in
No.
'83.
Not at all.
I mean, I think really when you this is not the start. The album before was the start, Pictures of 11, but this is him running away from the hard rock and the heavy guitar.
Yeah.
He's trying to distance himself. He's still doing it now.
Yeah, because
when
even
you
in
think
here,
about it, right?
under, if you look it up, Wikipedia, the genre is power pop, synth pop.
That's what
Yeah.
I just said.
Yeah. It's not even
That's why I was like, what?
But it's
Yeah.
had to be material he had set aside that obviously Page probably would want to
Right.
record with Zeppelin, and he kept it.
Robbie Blunt.
So we can say that Robert Plant is pulling this into our podcast as a rock album.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's
But I
probably-
think the people listening to the podcast, probably be interested to hear our opinion on Plant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
You
he's from the rock genre. I mean,
So, Mark, you and I reviewed before Dennis joined the podcast Coda. I forget.
was it Coda?
Yeah, because that's the one that's got compilation.
Oh, yeah.
It's got leftovers from all the albums except like one song was new or two songs
some live
were new.
stuff.
It's right there, actually, if you want
look
it.
at
The
that.
album and the cassette.
That's all right. But I made a comment on that podcast. Go back and listen. But this is when his voice was starting to
Change.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting like weaker and poppier and higher.
Not higher, because I guess he had a high voice when he wanted, but like thinner.
Yeah, almost like Dave changed on Skyscraper. Like, what?
Yeah.
Why are you singing like this?
Right.
Or even Hetfield. I mean, just the
I talk about
changes
the-
in
yeah.
his voice. I mean,
But you think about the partying that Plant did and the
all of them.
drinking and stuff. All I guess any band.
Yeah,
that-
and
oh,
it may have been a need that he just had
Yeah.
to do if he was going to continue. Which, by the way, I didn't realize how many albums he had since the Zepp days. Like, he was releasing so many albums.
yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
It's just interesting when I've heard interviews and he's just he just likes to explore different music. I mean, you look what he's playing now. You know, it's just
Like country-ish, right?
yeah.
I forget the girl's
well,
name he
that's it.
plays with.
Allison Krauss.
Yeah.
Black was kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
He's kind of left the rock world.
Yeah.
He's doing some like really out there.
Who's this?
Richie
Richie
Blackmore.
Blackmore.
Oh, he is?
He's. I mean, it looks like you're looking at like a Robin Hood
Yeah, like
play.
medieval
or
Yeah.
whatever that is, and he's
Yeah, but
flutes and all that stuff. You look like you're watching like a Robin Hood movie or some
but
weird stuff.
the level of success. I mean, he's successful. Plant's still successful. You know,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
not.
Well, yeah, he's a legend. He'll always be. He's coming, right? He's coming somewhere around here.
I just think he's here's a true artist, somebody that's creative, and whether you like the music or not that he's doing now, you have to respect the fact that this is a guy that never stopped creating
Yeah.
music.
True
and,
artist.
You know, you look
Right.
at a guy like I don't know, Don Dawkins or Piercy that are just rehashing the same old stuff. You know,
they're just
Plant
trying to-
will say said in an interview something along the lines of like, I can't sing the way I used to sing physically, but I can't sing those songs emotionally either, because it spoke to a part of my life when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
Experiencing those songs. You know, it's just such a deeper. I mean, he's just a true artist. I love the. I don't like all his music, but I definitely. What a difference between him and, I mean, even Roth.
Well, it's funny,
Sorry, I mean,
I think so. I think Roth, like Plant owned after Zeppelin the direction he was going to go in. Like
Yeah.
he just owned it. Roth is all over the freaking place. I would rather. I saw one of the tunes he did recently, and it was like, I don't want to say big band. It was like big bandy type thing. I go, I'd rather hear an album of him doing that and go see a show of him doing that than trying to do rock when he can't.
right?
Well, you can't sing.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, true.
So
Yeah,
I
I mean,
don't know.
Plant
He said he was
never.
retiring.
Plant always, I think.
No.
I think Plant always was concerned about the brand, it seemed. Like he didn't want to tarnish the legacy of Led Zeppelin by going out there as a mid-70s, a guy in his 70s that can't sing those songs that well anymore. You know, there's a great deal of respect, I think, that has to be awarded there versus these guys that are just going out there trying to rehash, stuff they did, back in the.
And like you said, they're tarnishing the legacy
Yeah.
of the band.
It's embarrassing. Yeah.
It's like an athlete that hangs around too long. You know what I mean? You might have been great, but then your last thing remembered for is when you sucked because you stuck around too long. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like Jordan was getting on that cusp where it's like, dude, you got to get out of the league.
Oh,
Before you
Michael
start.
Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. You want to wait a sec? Let's. All right. Yeah. So let's. You want to jump in, or we got any more on Mr. Plant?
Nope. I think we're ready to rock.
How old
right.
is he when he did this album? Anyone know?
That's a great question. I think so.
Got to be in his
He's
late 30s.
Really?
Oh, he's
It's hard to know because back in those days, Zepp did an album every year, VH did an album every year,
He's 74.
and he started at 19.
he's 48, 58, 68, 78, 88. He was 40.
So
Yeah.
you could,
Yeah, mid
30.
30s.
yeah, so mature, yeah.
Interesting. All right. First song, Other Arms.
I like this song. I think the guitar tone could be better. I think it was kind of weak.
Yeah, Robbie Blunt.
It was a decent track. Obviously, Plant sounds good on it. It's still classic. Well, like you
Well,
said,
no,
then
singing that new.
his new voice, but
heady
it's still
type.
good.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
not Zach voice.
I like the drums on it. I think Phil Collins was
Yeah, Collins
on
on
this
that.
one. 4 minutes 20 seconds. Blunt helped write this song with Plant. It was one of the singles. Part of it, there were elements to it, like pieces of it that I thought kind of was like fit Houses of the Holy to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. Like, as you can see, we're doing this cast at my my bar, and I've got the Led Zeppelin albums. I'm staring at Houses of the Holy there, and I don't know. Just my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, Zeppelin experimented with a lot of different styles over the years, right?
Yeah.
Everything wasn't a whole lot of love with them.
Right.
They were almost like I know we talked about Van Halen, but Van Halen had hard, and then they could do like stuff off Women and Children. What's that?
Fools.
No, the
Oh, Could This Be Magic?
yeah, they could do that, and they did the one with Big Bad Bill.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and I think Zeppelin kind of could do that, where they could have
Oh,
these
totally.
songs that were not really
They
rock.
put out the one album was almost all acoustic. I forget which one.
Yeah,
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I liked the tune. I thought it was a decent song.
Very poppy. There was a cool little riff. There was a cool little section in the bridge. It was kind of Aerosmithy riff type thing. Some cool sections coming out of the end of the song too that I liked, but very poppy.
Yeah.
All right, next one, In the Mood.
I thought I liked the guitar sound on this. It's obviously not like a hard rock. Yeah, it's just this was a single. The vocal style was a little bass playing, the bass, the drums.
I like the tune too. I love this track. Collins on this track, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I like the lyrics. I like Plant's lyrics. I always like this song. Like, you got to separate yourself from Led Zeppelin when you listen to this album. You can't say it sucks because it's not sounding like Led Zeppelin. That wasn't his intention, obviously. I mean, these songs are just...
Yeah, you bought it because it was Led Zeppelin, but when you listen to it and
You got to open
you got
your mind
used
and
to
say,
it,
okay,
yeah,
he's not trying to be
yeah, that's true.
write a Led
Yeah.
Zeppelin album.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think when I think back in the day, like when I bought an album, and all of us had to be disappointed when we first heard. Well, actually, Pictures of 11, right? When you bought that, you were disappointed.
Well, everyone's
right?
desperate for more Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, so but then the question becomes: does the album grow on you after?
After you get
After the
beyond
sticker
that.
shock, like, oh my God, where's Page? Where's the
Yeah.
hard rock? And I
Then
think
you listen to it as an album and not a Led Zeppelin album. You know what I
Right.
mean? You can't look at it.
You
as
accept
that.
it
It's
for
not
that.
He knew that. And I think that's why he tried to go a totally different direction.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think some of the music here, and especially that one, it does. You said power pop, I think, and I'd also include prog rock. I think there's a little bit of prog rock, believe it or not,
Yeah.
in some of this. You know what
They
I mean?
called it synth pop,
Yeah.
which kind of could fall into that category
Yep.
too.
5
Yeah.
minutes, 19 seconds. Sorry.
No, same thing. Very hypnotic song. You
Yeah.
know, just constantly looping, if you will. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Moving on. Messing with
The
What is it?
Meekin?
Meekin? Meccan?
Yeah. So
Malako? Malika Lalako? Jimbo?
so
Diplo?
Plant, Blunt, and Martinez. Paul Martinez, the bass player. yeah, a little bit of a reggae vibe, I thought, with this slow tempo. I don't know. I thought it was kind of not a great song. You know, maybe one of the weaker ones.
I'm having a hard time separating his vocal from what it is, you know, knowing Plant. So this one was getting to me.
Tough, yeah.
So.
Yeah, same thing. It's not a strong track. Plant vocals make the song a little more listenable than I think it would be if he wasn't.
That's a good point.
You know, he can kind of deal with it, but it's kind of a throwaway track.
Yep. Reckless Love.
Ugh. Throwaway track.
Not a great song.
Yeah,
Goes
it's so
nowhere.
interesting because, you know, what you said, Mark, really makes, you know, when you listen to the song, and if you removed Robert Plant's voice from the song, what would the song sound like?
It goes down.
Would you
3
even
notches.
listen? You know what I mean? I mean, you couldn't say that with other bands. Obviously, if you're listening to like a Rush song and the song is strong, let's say Tom Sawyer, someone else could be singing that, and it would be a
holds its own
decent
weight.
song, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Plant's
taking a song that's on like a 3 level and he brings it to like a 5 level. You know what I mean? On some of these songs.
Yeah.
Like Reckless Love, he barely gets it any better with his vocals.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just, the song is just so bad.
The bagpipes are not cool.
No.
I don't think they were ever cool. Were they?
I don't know. They were, you know when they were cool? It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
I take that back.
Yeah, so they're not cool in the song.
Though, the only ones getting laid were the band, not the bagpipers.
Yeah, right.
Oh, all right. Through with the 2-step.
Nope. Not good.
I wrote I'm through with this album.
Yeah,
a lot
never
of
made
keys.
it on any Zepp album.
Heavy keys. Yeah, but you're supposed to separate yourself from the Zepp album to now.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, you're the one that said it.
You're right. I take that back.
This is another long song. This was over 5 minutes long. And, you know, obviously he's got the synthesizer or keys working here. And I almost thought to a certain degree it was like, this could be like a bad U2 song. You know what I mean? I just...
Or he's
nah.
trying to reach, like Zepp, Mark mentioned earlier, Zepp having a bunch of different type style tunes on their album.
Yeah.
Like he was trying to reach for something here.
Right.
Just the writing is just not. Is he writing all this?
Plant, Blunt, and Martinez. So Plant's on all of them, obviously, and Robbie Blunt. I mean, Robbie Blunt, the guitar. I mean, you know, he's not
I don't know who
known
that is.
for
I
his.
wish my last name was Blunt. That's kind
Or
of cool.
Plant.
Or yeah,
Or
Plant. I'll
Plant,
take Plant.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Yeah, it's just there's just no songwriting right on these songs.
Right.
All right. So what we're seeing so far is it's a tough month of '83
Yep.
so far for rock. Horizontal Departure.
Yeah, I got this album's taking an abrupt nosedive. Very thin sound on this album. No balls. Which probably by design, right?
Oh yeah.
He doesn't want, you know, bombastic John Bonham drums on. That
Right.
wouldn't even fit, I guess. But there's that. This is the.
I'll go back.
It's just weak. It's weak.
I'll go back to the genre, power pop.
Power pop, yeah, and these songs sound like they'd be more suited for like Chris Isaac or something, guy like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why you guys texted me and I was like, oh my God, I had gotten through the Survivor album.
Yeah.
And then I started this one and I'm like, I want the Survivor back. At least there was some
I
guitar.
don't even know what's on that.
There was guitar at least.
It wasn't the Eye of the Tiger
No, it
album,
was
though,
the
right?
album after.
The other thing is Robbie's Blunt's guitar sound can be kind of distracting. You know,
It's not good.
More distortion would have been nice. You know
The
what
tone.
I mean?
Yeah. No, I hear
yeah.
All right. Stranger here, then over there. Oh, this is where I wrote. He's trying to bring some Zeppy feel, but it just doesn't have it without Page.
Filler song.
I put
And
no
thin. The music is just thin. It's got no
Yeah.
Depth.
depth.
No guitar. I wrote question mark.
really?
Was it?
I don't know.
Well, hey, it's synth pop,
All right.
so could be. All right, last one is Big Log. I just kept thinking of Mark on this.
Right, hit single on it, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hit single. I like this track. I think it's
Yeah.
well written. Plant's vocals are great. I would have liked to hear real drums on it, opposed to I think they had a drum machine
Yeah.
on it.
I
Which kind of took a little bit of the power out of it.
We beat up a bunch of these songs, but I think this is a classic.
It's a good
Yeah.
song.
I think it's like when you listen to it, it's kind of a smooth, relaxing. It's a long song, 5 minutes. I remember the video.
Yeah.
He was in the desert.
Yeah.
Remember
Oh,
that?
yeah.
With a pickup truck and stuff. I mean, it's.
Is that the one that goes? No, that's the other one. How does this one go? One, I'm in the mood.
That's the other one.
So
Yeah.
how does this one? I know it's why I hear it. I mean, I don't remember how this one
I
went.
don't remember either. Big Log, Big Log. I got a big log.
Oh, they wrote it about me.
No, great tune, classic.
Yeah, I like it.
You like it better than In the Mood?
I
Yep.
don't know.
I'll
It's
take-
not close.
I
me.
wrote this and In the Mood are the two decent songs on the album, but I like this one better. Than
Me too.
In the
Yeah.
Mood.
Me too.
I don't like the In the Mood just not going anywhere.
Right.
The same old thing over and over. All right, cool. Well, we flew through that. 8 songs too.
Yeah, it's not a
Yeah.
long album.
Yep.
Kind of light, right?
Yeah.
It seems like a 70s number of songs.
38 minutes 50 seconds total running time of the
Yeah.
total length.
So say what you will. Does it hold up?
I'm gonna say. It holds up because there's 3 songs I like on it, and I think if you can hit the 3 mark with an album,
3 Mark, like your name?
yeah. But I like Other Arms. I like In the Mood. I like Big Log. The rest of the stuff is kind of weak, but I would throw this album on and listen to it just to hear those 3. If there were only 2
Yeah.
songs, maybe I'd say no, there wouldn't be enough material. But if you spread 3 songs out on an album, I could probably listen to it.
I think I'm going to isolate this out of you saying, I like a big log.
Please do. So it's me. I
Dennis,
say, yeah,
you're-
I would
Okay.
throw this on.
Oh, this is tough. I probably agree with you just because I think I really like those 3 songs and
What was the third one you liked?
well in
I
the
like,
movie
Other Arms.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's got some songs on there,
It's a big no for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it may be that I just can't wrap my head around Plant this way. And
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Song-wise,
Yeah,
it just didn't-
this is like around the fence.
That's a tough one,
That's a
man.
tough
That
one.
I
I got a
and
tougher question for you at the end of the podcast. It involves this album, but go ahead.
I just think rock, power pop, prog. I think it's hard to label this because this is what Plant was doing. He was creating. He was
Right, he wanted a
taking
departure
risk. I
from
mean,
Led
yeah, he was taking risk. I mean, he was almost. I just felt forcing it to be different. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that in a good way. I mean, I think that is part of the problem with the songwriting. You know what I mean? I mean, heaven forbid you add a little distortion. You probably would have had a few better songs,
Yeah, the
And
mix
it's-
wasn't
But
great.
he just didn't, But he was kind of creating that solo career. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I think the other thing we got to keep into perspective here, this is supposed to be a hard rock metal podcast, and this doesn't even
Well,
fit that.
that's-
So if you go by that,
Right.
saying, nah. This
Well, that's
doesn't
why
hold up.
when you messaged, said, hey, can we replace Yeah, Plant with Survivor.
Survivor.
I was
yeah.
like, well, they don't even. It doesn't fit in the genre.
I don't even know Survivor.
I just
Either
think this
one
was
of
a tough month.
It was a very. Tough
I mean,
month.
even Survivor. I mean,
even Joan Jett.
Yeah, no, it's tough.
well, Joan Jett. Yeah, I mean, at least, yeah. I
She
mean,
had some guitars.
the Survivor. I mean, yeah.
No, but
yeah,
I mean,
that was hard. You didn't listen. I did. And it was. I know it wasn't even their popular album. Survivor. Eye of the Tiger was like in '81.
They're a one-hit wonder, right? I don't know any other material from them.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't keep my notes on that album, but
Be
all right.
interesting to hear though what the people that listen to this podcast, what they think about Prince. I think this is a very debatable. You know what I mean?
Plant.
Like we're split here. You
Yeah.
know, and I'm actually I agree with what you're saying, but I mean I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we know if there were 3 hard rock albums that came out in that month, we wouldn't even be doing these albums,
Yeah.
right?
Right. We would. Yeah.
So it's kind of tough because we're
was a
kind of
tough
out of
month.
our genre here of what this podcast is about. But if we're going to do it, we got to base it on the quality of the music, right?
Right.
So, I don't know, man.
Well, we could start a sub podcast for Power Pop.
Power pop.
Yeah.
So I'm on
All
the
right.
fence, but I don't know. I think with 3 songs, I could.
They were big songs.
They were big hits. It's
Yeah.
not like they. Yeah.
I mean,
So we had hits on the album.
All
I mean,
right.
look at Journey. They had one side of an album. Yeah, the other side was horrendous, right?
right.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. This is a tough one.
All right. Last one. Metallica, Kill 'Em All.
So why a ballad?
Released in July 25th, 83. It's funny you said that, Mark. I think I may have said that here and there.
3-time platinum.
Well,
Later.
99.
No, yeah,
After
right.
They were
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah. Original name of the album?
They had to change it.
Metal Up Your Ass.
Yeah.
Really?
Was supposed to be the name. It was
I
a
didn't know that.
They
spear
made 'em
coming out of a
change it.
toilet.
I think I've seen pictures of the actual.
You had so what you've seen is they did a
Wow.
live album in 80 just after this or in 80 no, it was just after this. No,
Yeah.
it was a recording from like 82, but they re-released it after this album and it's called Metal Up Your Ass.
Okay,
And
because I know I've seen that
cover.
picture.
Yeah.
I remember buying this on cassette back in the 80s and looking at the cover and feeling like I was going to get arrested. You know what I mean? I mean, it was,
Oh, this was an Inner Light Records
blood on the,
special.
violence and stuff.
And back then, like, everyone's desensitized now.
Yeah.
You write this album now and have that album come, nobody gives a shit, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But back in '83, that was very
Controversial.
controversial
Yeah.
and intimidating for most people. You know?
Yep. Released on Megaforce Records.
Yep.
Considered an album breakthrough for thrash metal.
Right.
The
Agreed.
genre. Here's something else. Remember I was telling you guys, or maybe I told you off the podcast, Guns N' Roses only played as their Appetite lineup 12 shows before they got signed. Did I mention that to you before?
No.
No. Yeah, they only played 12 gigs.
Van Halen played like 7 years.
Yeah, I know. Talk about dues.
Yeah.
And the same thing for Metallica. They only had a handful of gigs before they got signed. Once they got Cliff, it happened.
It's interesting when you hear Hetfield's vocals on this because
Sounds like a
it just,
kid.
I mean, the evolution to where he is now
Well,
is
it
just
changed
amazing.
on the Bob Rock changed it all. I mentioned in some of these songs, like the
Yeah.
vocals, his
Well,
style
he's got
of
3
singing.
styles. He's got Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning style. He's got Master of Puppets, Injustice kind of voice, and then he's got Black Album on.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's like he kept
Rock.
changing.
Yeah, but Rock, I think, said this is the way you should be singing. Got it for him because he hasn't stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he hasn't gone back to this style of singing.
No, he could pretty much stayed with that.
Yeah.
Just I just wrote down in general heavy. I mean, landmark album we identified with that, but just heavy, hard, and fast. Just pure attitude.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, they just wanted to run over everybody's faces. They hated the Hollywood Sunset Strip bands. They hated Rat and Motley, and they just wanted to demolish anything in their path.
But this was a band with a plan. You know,
Yeah.
because we've identified albums where you're like, I think it was the Kicks album, where it's like, okay, where are you going here?
Yeah,
You know, like what?
The first
what,
album just
you know,
seemed like...
like one song's pop, next song's rock, another one is like is blues or whatever. This band, you can tell, it put together like a business plan.
Yeah.
This is what we're going after.
They
and-
basically just said, let's take Motorhead and the Sex Pistols and mash it together.
well, that's what
And they created a genre.
I put new wave of British heavy metal and punk
Right.
elements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all they did. They just combined the two and created a new style.
Yeah.
The album has been called one of the fastest, heaviest albums ever recorded, and not for the faint-hearted. That was a quote I read in
Yeah.
a review of the album. Hetfield, I didn't know this. He created the logo design. You know, with the razors on the outer.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you did?
Yep. Little doodling. Came up with it.
And they give writing credits to Dave Mustaine.
He wrote a few of these songs.
And solos. And matter of fact, he said in a recent interview that Kurt still plays these solos. And
Like Dave
when
wrote
did
them?
Dave leave? I don't even know because
Before this, he was fired. They
He
threw
didn't
him out.
record them.
He didn't
Oh,
record.
that's right. Okay, that's right. So he said he even recorded his solos and everything.
Yeah.
And he said he kind of has gotten credit and, cashed in a little bit on some of them.
He's got like 5 songs that he co-wrote. 4 songs on this album that
Yeah.
he co-wrote. But, he had dependency issues, obviously,
We all do,
legendary.
Dennis.
We all do, yeah. Look, yeah.
Look behind you.
Yeah, I
see
got
a-
like a bar.
I was wondering what time the bar opened here.
Yeah, exactly. It's always open. That's the problem.
24/7.
But when there was we'll go through this album in a second. But what's interesting is like, gee, I wonder what Metallica would sound like if
Doing
if,
Joan Jett.
if Mustaine was still in the band.
Oh.
You ever think about that? I mean, maybe they'd sound the same. Would the songs be better? Would they? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I think Mustaine's a better guitar player than Hammett, right?
Yeah. Wait,
Oh,
is he?
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Wow.
I think he gets credit
Yeah.
for being. That's just me. I
Yeah,
think he
no.
just has that
And-
reputation as he was a better musician.
And I think James writes a lot of the stuff,
Yeah.
even today.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Metallica?
No. Never.
Yeah.
You? I saw him just on the Monsters of Rock 88.
I saw that, and I saw like Reload or one of those.
Oh,
albums
Reload, yep.
in mid 2000s.
Yep.
Or something weird. No, it must have been later than that. They were in the round. Did I go with you? You, me, Washburn,
Did I go again?
and Hilliker.
Really?
The Garden, Boston Garden. I
Huh.
think that's 4 went down to see it.
I was thinking the other day, I was like, you know what? There are bands that I've seen that I don't remember the concerts that well. That's like I asked you about Cinderella. I'm like, did we see Cinderella? So,
We've been to
yeah,
4
all right.
billion.
Let's scratch that. I've seen them twice then. Did I like
I
it?
thought you went too. Corrosion of Conformity opened up. Oh, they were heavy.
They were awesome.
Yeah.
All right, jumping in. First song, Hit the Lights.
Wow. Great lead track I wrote. Off and running. Song, blistering guitar.
Yeah.
The ripping solo. What like the perfect song to lead an album off. Because this is what you're getting.
In your
Fast
face.
paced. Tempo changes.
Yeah.
Just really, well done. I mean, the whole album is like, when you think of thrash, you think maybe it's, just when you think of thrash, maybe just a simple music like Joan Jett or whatever. But these guys are just great musicians. Or they're demonstrating that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I got same thing. Very raw in your face. Good guitar solo. Hammett really ripping on this song. And you can
Was
hear
it-
the punk influence.
Was it Dave?
No, Dave didn't record it. Well, it could have been his solo. I
That's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying.
But it was
Hetfield.
He played it well.
Yeah, Hetfield and Lars wrote it. The other thing, too, Derek, that's interesting about this, Mark, is these are long songs.
Always that.
Yeah.
You know,
wicked
these
long.
aren't like,
These aren't-
3 minutes. I mean, this one was one of the quicker ones, and it was 4 minutes, 50 seconds.
Yeah, everything's around 6 minutes. They got
Yeah.
a few 4, 7.
The song opens like it's opening a concert.
Yeah.
How it's structured.
Yeah, true.
I thought of Dennis Miller and Sawaya Ballad when this came on.
Oh, my God.
Not a bad tune. Love the outro coming out of the solo to the end of the song.
Yeah. They do a lot of time changes in rhythm.
I mentioned in one of these, like, they have songs within songs.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Jams.
But it works.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they piece it together. The Four Horsemen.
7 minutes, 17 seconds.
Is it really?
Yep.
It's a long one.
So this is a Mustaine track, with Lars and Hetfield. Epic, long jams, tempo changes.
Epic.
Yeah. Great riff. Famous riff.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like I said back then, I never got into Metallica for Hetfield. I listened to them for the riffs and the aggression.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had a lot of it.
Yeah.
Ulrich has playing some kind of cool double bass in the verse, like quick stuff,
Huh.
like a. You can
Wow.
hear like
Oh,
he's
really?
playing a little double bass thing in there. There's a cool turnaround the song. Not sure if it was at the solo, and great that chugging guitar they do.
Yeah.
Just that it's just like in
Yeah.
your fucking face, So yeah, I thought it's classic Metallica, right? It's one. I mean, that's a staple, right? Live.
Oh, totally. Yep.
Yeah.
I wrote, Dennis, and this must be your reference to how long the song is. I wrote short song, ... So yeah. Motor Breath.
Yeah. Punk meets metal.
That's right. I put okay, not great.
Pedal to the metal, though.
More your modern thrash. This seems to be more like what your modern thrash would sound like.
Yeah. Hammett had another good solo on that.
Yeah, big time. 3 minutes on this is their shortest track.
Yep.
Yep.
But it had a lot
same.
of punk. It was sped up. I mean, this one was cooking.
Yeah. All right. Jump in the Fire.
Yeah, another Mustaine track.
Yeah.
I thought this was a great riff. I just loved the
first thing I
guitar
wrote.
work. Oh,
Heavy.
the tone. I mean, I forgot about this song.
And I also wrote that it was structured more like a typical song,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but great riff.
And I think Hammett had a solo going out of the song that was pretty cool. Kind of faded,
Yeah.
the outro of it. But, yeah, another Mustaine track, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
good tune.
All right. Anesthesia, Pulling Teeth.
Yeah, so this was written by Burton, the bass player, right? It's strange intro, different. They're experimenting here. I didn't get through the whole song. I mean, is this the
I
whole
did.
song?
4-minute bass solo.
Is
Did
that
you-
pretty much
That's
what it
long.
is?
Did you make it to the drums?
No.
Yeah, there's a whole. So I wrote. You know,
was there?
Yep. When the drums kick in, it's kind of bluesy. Like it
Yeah.
has a
I
different
gotta
feel.
re-listen to it. I mean, I did listen to the first few minutes. I mean, obviously he's got that signature bass tone, right?
Oh yeah.
Right.
I can picture him playing this on the Monsters of Rock
Because
concert. Wind blowing and him just
Yeah.
up there with the pedal and.
oh yeah. Well, he wasn't on the Monsters of Rock. He died.
Oh yeah, you're
That
right.
was
I was what's his name
Newstead.
playing it.
But
Oh,
he did?
Newstead.
I think he played it.
Newstead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
I'm probably
he almost
wrong.
has Lemmy's tone. Lemmy's got that same guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like a guitar.
Yep.
I think it's cool. It's, it's experimenting, something different. It's not a single. None of them are really, but I mean, I thought it fit.
Yep. All right, Whiplash.
Classic track. Another in-your-face song. legendary track, right?
Yep.
That's one of their
First single, I think.
Right.
more of that great heavy chugging guitar going on, and it was a cool change at the solo. I think they changed they changed it around when the solo kicked in. They changed the rhythm or something.
Right.
It was kind of cool.
That's everything I had, really.
I just wrote another ballad from the boys, and I think it's a staple of their live shows. Love the riff. Oh, Mark, I wrote love the little riff and groove at the end of the song. Is that what you just said?
Well, they think there was one. No, the change at the guitar solo. As soon as the solo comes in, they change the whole tempo of the song. So
Right.
They kind of shift it.
All right, Phantom Lord.
I hear a lot of Motorhead in this one.
Yep. Mustaine wrote this.
Very Motorhead influenced. Yeah, I was saying you can almost picture Lemmy singing these songs.
That's right.
He could
Yeah.
sing this stuff. You know what I mean?
And it's a fast song.
It's got a lot of the punk influence. It's fast. You know, it's not what thrash is today. You know what I mean? It's more.
Structured.
Well, it's more punk, raw rock, like like Motorhead.
Right.
Where today's thrash is just completely ridiculous.
Right.
You know, it doesn't have the same kind of feel.
Like you don't hear like the speed. You know, this eventually this album is, we identify as a landmark album, but when you think about where thrash went with the speed metal and like the machine gun drums and all that not necessarily is in here. You know what I mean?
No,
like
they're not
Lars
doing
plays
no
under
slap.
control.
I think they call it slap beat snare. You know, which is they have to
Right.
on the
Yeah,
snare.
that's
and
what I mean. Yeah.
He's not doing that.
No.
No.
Pretty much just playing straight ahead.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I don't know if they ever really did that. You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Not like Slayer. You know what I mean?
Right.
Slayer was like that, you know?
I just wrote I'm getting exhausted at this point, listening to not upset with the songs, but just tired.
Yeah.
Oh, I needed a Gatorade
Yeah.
by this time.
So the solo rips your head off, and again another cool ending coming out of the song. The guitar part, cool riff.
Yep.
All right, No Remorse.
I really like this song. This came in at 6 minutes 26 seconds. I thought the guitar work just ripped. I mean, through the
Heavy.
whole, and I thought this song, like there's obviously two guitars happening here. I thought you could really hear the Judas Priest influence on this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially in the beginning.
Well, it's
Like,
funny. They opened the song with a guitar solo.
Right.
Well, I said it starts like the ending of a song.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
kicks in. He's just soloing.
Yeah.
right.
So I thought
Well,
that
it
was
sounds
kinda
like they're just holding the note to end the song.
Yeah.
But they kick right into the song.
I could picture Halford singing that song.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, there were cool riffs all over this freaking song.
Yeah.
And then a lot of time changes. And
So I wrote here, Mark, what's funny, and maybe Mike can, if he's listening, correct me. What's funny is a timing change where it slows down, and it reminds me of a Kane riff, and I think it's Rags of Riches.
really, I have to think
Yeah.
about how that one went.
Well,
Well, I got to speak to something like that on another song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I heard that, and I was like, interesting. I love
Yeah.
it. But I really like the song.
I loved it. I thought
Yeah.
it was freaking great. There were so many freaking riffs on this freaking song. I love when they play like the first half and then they just take it to another heavier riff in the middle, and then they go to another.
You know,
And it's like, this guy's just riff after riff of heaviness.
yeah, because usually if you look at a song at 7 minutes or over 6 minutes, right, you just get bored or you tap out or
No,
it's
these
not going.
guys-
But not way. And another band that did this was Rush. I thought. I always thought Rush was. I mean, they were just amazing musicians. You want to hear. I mean, you're entertained by them jamming.
Yeah.
They're jamming on a song. It's not live. Like
Right.
these are not live songs.
And you're wondering just where the song's going to take you,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I
Right.
mean,
They
it's
just keep going to another place, you know?
great tune.
Yep.
All right. Seek and Destroy.
Never heard of this song.
No.
Oh yeah,
This is
legendary.
huge.
One
One
of
of
the
the
I
biggest
said I'm
songs.
not a huge Metallica fan, but probably one of the biggest known songs.
I love this
Amazing riff, amazing groove, just an amazing tune.
I think another nod to Priest. I know they're big fans
Oh,
of
really?
Judas Priest.
Yeah.
I don't know that, but great song regardless. I mean, awesome.
It's
Yeah.
one of those tunes you could say it, Seek and Destroy, and you just start humming it. It's in my head.
Yeah.
song.
The whole
it's,
riff.
It's catchy. Well, that's the thing about these guys. To take this kind of music and make it catchy and have a hook, that's hard with
Yeah.
metal, like
Yeah.
thrash. You
Yeah,
know what
for
I mean?
sure.
They did it though. They
Yeah.
made these songs singable almost. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you can picture this song, the whole stadium just saying that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like an anthem. I think there was a great change going into the solo. And the riff, ending riff, is so heavy. But Tesla stole that ending riff.
Oh, I'll have to look-
Solution. Listen to Solution, and then listen to the end of Seek and Destroy.
Wow.
Oh, that's-
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Like I put them together. I go, I know I've heard that before. So I looked up Tesla Solution, and it same exact riff.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Which that's a great tune too.
Yeah. Much like Rags to Riches.
Of course.
All right, last one.
Metal Militia.
Metal Militia. Closing the album with a ballad.
Well, that's what I got. If this song doesn't create a mosh pit, there's no song on the planet that's going to
Yeah,
create a
right.
mosh
Yeah.
pit like
Th- this is definitely thrash.
thrash.
Yep. Mustaine wrote this one too, or he was part of the writing process.
Is he on that one? Yep.
Headfield Albert.
They got high speed sprint to the finish line, right?
Yeah.
Takes you out of the album. I mean,
Mu-
unbelievable.
Reminded me of Motorhead. That riff.
Yeah. Yeah.
what?
Good point.
Motorhead.
Yeah,
that riff.
there's Motorhead influence all over this album.
So say what you will. Does it hold up?
Yep.
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 Classic.
All right. Cool. So here you go. Starting with number 3. Rank these albums. This is a tough month for rock.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll lead off. Obviously, number 1, Metallica.
Starting with number 3.
Oh no, number 3. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No one listens
I'm gonna,
to me.
I'm gonna say Joan Jett.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Joan Jett.
I'm going to say Robert Plant.
You're
Okay.
down on that album. To put Joan Jett above that,
Again,
but he's got at least 3 hits on his. She's got nothing on that album.
she's got like 2. One's a cover.
Well, that first one isn't a hit, but it's a good song.
Yeah.
What's Joan
So
Jett got?
I just like the rawness of it.
Right.
Of the Joan Jett?
Joan Jett.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So number 2.
Well, 2 would be
Plant.
Plant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then
And then Metallica one. Okay.
I mean, it's almost unfair because you got a total metal album and 2 other albums that don't even fit the genre.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's one of Metallica's,
It was a tough.
greatest album.
It was very
those-
tough.
Tough those albums, but boy, the Metallica, the deep dive into that Metallica, man, that I mean, that's important because that was such a landmark album.
Yep.
And when I was listening to it, a lot of times I don't listen to the whole entire song. I get the
What?
premise of it. The ones I don't know, I go, oh, okay, I know where this song's going. I listen to the whole album. I never stop.
Yeah.
I just like, I'm
Well,
hearing this
you didn't
whole
listen to
thing.
the solo because you didn't get to the drum section.
Well, that I didn't know was going anywhere. I was just
Boy, I'm
like, I
poking
got
holes
into
in all
3
the-
minutes. I'm like, I don't know. He's just
Yeah.
playing a bass solo. Yeah. I'll have to go back and listen to that. I didn't know he played
The
drums.
drums kick in.
And I like Lars Ulrich's drumming. He gets a bad rap for being a crappy
really?
drummer, but he's recorded some great
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, I don't know.
And he writes.
And
he's all over this album.
Well, how is he
He's
writing?
structuring. He's
He
helping with
structures,
when they do the different breaks to those new songs within a song. I think he plays a big
kinda
part.
structures
You can
that.
see it in that documentary they did.
Because he doesn't play
Some
guitar.
Kind of Monster. or
Oh yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, he does a lot of that. So that's a big part of the song. If the song's going to work,
Right.
So, I'm seeing 3 shows coming up in August. You guys seeing anything?
The only thing I want to go to right now is Last Online. I'd like to go see that.
That's in September, I think, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's September. Other than that,
I'm seeing.
Rival Sons is coming to Maine.
Aura, right?
No,
the State Theater. Are they headlining? When is it?
think
Oh,
so.
that's the end of August. Yeah, I
Yeah,
may go to that.
I might
I think
go
it's
to
the
that.
25th.
I want to
Where's
bring my
that?
brother. I think he'll like him.
Where's that?
Portland.
State
Portland, Maine.
Oh, really?
You
That'll
gotta see
be-
this band live, Dennis.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. The singer's great. He holds that whole band. I mean, the band's great too, but he's just.
Oh, talk about riffs. So they get some great riffs.
Yeah.
yeah, they're really good.
I'm seeing the Struts Friday at the casino.
Yeah, they come every year now. I think.
Yeah, we got Extreme, August 3rd, I think, at the casino, sold out. Which I'm not looking forward to being sold out. Like that place packed in the summer is fucking hot.
Oh, Casino.
And then Bonham, Led Zeppelin, and Government Mule.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
like to go to that.
The only one I got was like the Party Gras, which is Brett Michaels, Jefferson Starship.
Weird lineup.
Oh God, what's the other guy? Night Ranger, and then
That's gonna be the best.
Mark McGrath or
What?
Night Range is gonna be the best part of that.
You probably, yeah. So
Yeah, they got some
I'll
good
report
stuff.
back on that.
Brad Gill is a good guitar player.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He was an Aussie,
Aussie.
for a while.
we'll have fun.
Yeah.
You know.
He's
Well,
good.
he filled in on that tour when D went down.
right.
Yeah.
He's
I don't think he
good.
wrote anything with him.
No, because I think
Jakey
after the
came
tour
in.
ended, they got Jakey Lee.
Yep, for Bark at the Moon.
Yeah.
So this month was tough. Louis said about these rock albums. Next month is pretty good. We've got AC/DC, Flick of the Switch,
Saw that tour.
Rainbow,
Which
Bent
one?
Out of Shape,
Yeah.
and Cheap Trick. Next Position, Please. I'm
Okay.
not familiar with that album, but
Me neither.
Cheap Trick's always
So
always
that's
a good one.
August 83.
Yep.
Cool.
So we'll have to figure out a time. And thanks for listening. Comment on Twitter or our Facebook group. See where, Derek made some stupid predictions with Joan Jett. See if see if you agree. And yeah, share the podcast. Go ahead and give it some rating on Spotify or Apple Podcast and share it. We'd appreciate your help. So anything else?
Nope.
Yeah, I just have one more thing.
Uh-oh.
Kilmer, if you're listening, tell me you really didn't have Madonna pictures plastered all over your wall when you were in high school. Good night.
See ya.